Alright. Welcome to Menu Heroes Digest.
He's late for his own YouTube channel.
I'm late for my own YouTube channel. We got a new setup. Very excited about it. Family computer came in. Mm-hmm. Got it all set up. Xander's been playing Gmon. He's obsessed with it.
Yep.
Our last video, we had some special guests. Sorry.
Yeah, no. I was gonna say that video. I made my big announcement.
Yes. So I'm Steven, in case you missed it, and this is Blondie.
Big blonde face.
Welcome to Reinvigorated Menu Heroes.
I'm glad to finally let it all out.
Glad you're out of the closet now.
Yes. I'm finally get to be me. Without any judgment and any of the
hate,
craziness. Yeah.
So, the last video, we mentioned that the language in this channel is going to be a little more looser, a little more... We're not going to... If we slip up and say something, it's not an, oh no, we messed up the whole channel thing. That said, the last video we posted, which was the Scooby-Doo one...
Yes. Which I wasn't in. I was a spectator. I wasn't involved. Anyway,
so
blame me.
My friends that were in those videos, we're actually starting a new channel, a different channel, unrelated to this, besides me, of course. It's called Shining Kittens Gaming. It's gonna have us playing games. We're also gonna do, development updates because we're still making games.
Oh, yeah.
But that's not why you came here. And so let me stop rambling and let's go ahead and get started with our first story, which is Jordan.
Oh, yes. Because I end up being the one to bring up at least a majority of the stories. It's sort of like nothing massive, no huge news came out, but also a fair amount of things. But we'll start with a little bit of the Sony side.
PlayStation, alrighty.
Yeah.
So, if you know, then you know. So the PlayStation Plus collection it's a collection of 19 games that are offered by Sony for PlayStation Plus subscribers. So these were PS4 games given exclusively to PS5 owners who are members of the service.
And I like how, even though we have a brand new computer, new chair, new everything, you don't use scripts. We're going purely by the book and by our phones here.
Hey, it's news, baby.
We might do better later. I don't know.
Menu Heroes Digest is more of an unscripted thing, unless it's like weeks in the making. To be honest, I know you'd like it to be more scripted, but because it's news, sometimes it's breaking. Plus, we can't bounce off of each other as easily if we have a script. It's not as natural. Yeah,
because, we've tried scripting stuff before. I've recorded things for a script, and, I thought it was fun, but, it hasn't really...
Nothing beats in-person banter.
Okay, so...
Right, so there were originally 20 games in this collection. Then it was brought down to 19 in May of 2022 when Persona 5 was removed. So this collection includes games like God of War, Fallout 4, Mortal Kombat, Uncharted 4, Ratchet & Clank, Days Gone, Until Dawn, Detroit, Battlefield 1, Infamous Second Son, Batman, Arkham Knight, The Last Guardian, The Last of Us Remastered, Resident Evil 7, Bloodborne, and Monster Hunter World. So,
at least 4 of those games I played. There's at least, of that list, there's 4 of them I played.
I mean, these are all pretty good games.
Oh, yeah. Especially since Bloodborne, I'm always saying, I'm proud to actually beat Bloodborne.
Nice.
Don't know if I'm ever going to beat any other Souls-like game or From Software game, but I want to try. Also, I'm working through funds. I might be able to get a PS5 in the next couple of months.
Okay.
Maybe. But I can't guarantee that because you never know what else is going to happen.
Yeah. But at this point, I'd say save up, and I think they're planning on releasing a new PS5 model soon.
Okay.
So I would maybe wait, see what they're going to do. Okay. Because, I'd hate to get it and then they're like, hey, we got a new model that's like significantly better and we also lowered the price of the old model. But you've already bought the old model at the regular price.
I think we said this before earlier in another episode. I got a PS4 right as they announced a PS5. So that was a couple of years ago. Yeah, so it would be my luck if that were to happen. But I will follow your advice. I will wait until there's an actual update, or if they ever decide to decrease the price of that. But
you don't have to wait forever. Just a couple months. Obviously, don't hold your breath for E3 because segue into next story. Actually, unsegue because I forgot the most important thing of this story.
Okay.
These games will go away May 9th. So grab them. I'm going to grab them after this episode. Add them to my library because as long as they're in your library and you're subscribed to PlayStation Plus, they are yours to keep.
Yeah.
So, segue next into our story. Right words. So we actually didn't get an article for this, but I remembered hearing about it, so brief mention. E3 this year will not include Nintendo, Sony, or Microsoft.
So who's left?
Exactly.
In television?
Exactly. Like...
No, this is the part where frickin' Atari, they finally get a chance to really kick it this year. Show them what we got.
Look, we re-released our Atari games. Everyone's excitedly waiting for E.T. HD Remaster.
Jaguar 2, baby.
Oh my god. With 128 bits of gaming. Although not technically because it's 264 bits.
Finally, the remastered, the remake of Kasumi Ninja finally brought back. Finally made.
Finally made. All right. So our next story is, since we're going off of the success of Sony and PlayStation, let's just keep it up with Last of Us.
We're going...
Yeah, we're going out of order.
Okay, just making sure, because again, this is going off the cuffs here.
I know it's kind of rare that we go in order.
Yeah, I know. But
rare.
I wanted to tell this story because it's relevant to what I'm watching right now, and also this game is... Because we need a fun thing. We need some fun stuff. There was a story that was about Activision, about some settlement money.
I saw that.
But
it can't all be done.
I had to say no. I had to put my foot down and say no.
Our Activision days are over.
I can't say that because you never know what big update's going to be, but, not today.
They pay.
Not today, okay? So, fun thing. Nick Offerman, who's currently Bill in the HBO drama, The Last of Us, doing big numbers. I will be making my final thoughts of the whole season when it comes out. I'm sure there's plenty of thoughts for this last episode, but, overall, I think thumbs up, it was great, but I want to just wait until the whole season's over and make a video on that, because I think it's worth that. But on to this story, focus on this. Nick Offerman has had been on an interview. I think I gotta see where he was in the interview, but on the Jimmy Kimmel Live show. It's one of those talk shows where he admittedly had not played The Last of Us game. Matter of fact, he's not really played any game since the 1998 Nintendo 64 classic Banjo-Kazooie. And even then, he was playing so much that he was losing all track of time. Speaking as a kid from 1998, I know where he's coming from. But then again, I was a kid, so I had an excuse. So anyway, this is his quote from Jimmy Kimmel Live. I'm going to try to voice him. 25 years ago, I played my last video game, and I'm very indulgent. I lost a couple weeks in a video game called Banjo-Kazooie. 2 weeks went by, and I was like, oh my god, the slow dopamine drip is so delicious. And it's over, and you're like, yes, I won. And immediately, I'm like, what have I done with my life? And so I decided I'll never go do that again. I'm so thankful because games have gotten so good, like Last of Us, that I think I'll be in a basement and I wouldn't ever be going to audition for shows like this. So,
It was pretty good.
I'm sure...
I won the game.
Yeah.
At what cost?
He got the ending. He got to get rid of Gruntilda. Oh, spoilers. Sorry.
How dare you?
For a 1998 game. Yeah.
For a 24-year-old game.
Yeah.
25th anniversary is coming up. Can't wait for them to do nothing.
God, why do you...
I'm sorry.
You're right, but I hate that you're right, okay? God, Microsoft, you have Banjo-Kazooie. You have so many rare games under your belt. Do something with them.
So they actually did announce Banjo-Kazooie NFTs.
I'm done. I'm done.
I'm just kidding. But I wouldn't be surprised if they did.
Oh, God.
And I'm sorry to be the one to put that thought in your head, Jordan.
But it's like that could happen.
But I'm a man of the people, and the people need to know.
They need to be warned.
About crypto and NFTs.
Yeah. So I just wanted to share that story because, again, it's like...
It's fun.
No, but it's like, I'm glad that, like, Nick Offerman may not be a real gamer, but at least he played one of the best games out there.
You know what I like about him is he played Ron Swanson in Parks and Rec.
Oh, yeah.
Which is like a man's man. But in real life, he's not like that. He's a very soft-spoken individual. He's against toxic masculinity, and I am all for that.
Yeah. And he's the kind of guy who, like, maybe embraces, good steak dinner, working on, like, hardwood floors or all kinds of carpentry, but still, like, is not, like the alpha male bro you would expect him to be. He's
not the conservative you would think.
yeah, and that does kind of... No spoilers here, but that's kind of play into his character in The Last of Us. But
yes. So,
okay, I'll wait later.
As we were warning about NFTs,
yes,
this is great because I used to watch this dude. Not Logan Paul. So, Logan Paul has a class action lawsuit over his head now because he's working on an NFT game called CryptoZoo. So, CoffeeZilla, which is a YouTuber who covers a bunch of fraudsters, people who claim to be crypto gurus. He covers a lot of crypto stuff. It was very interesting when I was going through that period watching his videos. He also has the same name as me, spelled the same way.
Oh, cool.
So, he has spent the past year investigating Logan Paul. And, one of the benefits of everything being on the blockchain and, people say it's not traceable. It's traceable.
Yeah.
You can trace crypto back to the wallets and shell corporations, all that jazz. So it ended up being a rug pull. At least that's what it appears to be because Logan and his fellow team sold the in-game currency, Zoo Coins, before everyone else. So it's been assumed, or rather alleged, that they've made thousands of dollars, while those who invested have lost hundreds, if not thousands. So, at first Logan was criticizing CoffeeZilla. He's calling him the, quote, Keemstar of crypto and finance, and threatened to sue him in a YouTube video that's been deleted. He walked back, he apologized to his fans and CoffeeZilla, and he put a 3-step plan to finish and deliver CryptoZoo, which has basically been broken since August 2021. And it's fantastic. He has been, he's sued now. He threatened to sue and he got sued.
Oh, how life works in mysterious ways.
And it's funny, it's a Texas police officer, and we're not huge police fans because of the corruption that's deeply seated in the system. I'm not saying, all cops are bad, but...
No, we're not. We're not going to be the initials that get you, flagged on Instagram.
But a lot of people just let the power get to their heads.
We're just hearing stories about, that poor kid that got brutally beaten by police officers just the other day, or the other week or so. And, while those officers were let off duty, it was a few still stayed on.
Yeah.
That's a updating story going on, so I don't want to get into that too much.
Anyway, it was a Texas police officer who poured about $3,000 into CryptoZoo, and he is seeking damages for in excess of $75,000 for conspiracy to commit fraud, fraudulent misrepresentation, negligence, unjust enrichment, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. Logan Paul is being sued, and it's the funniest thing. He has not responded to it. He did actually make an appearance during WWE's 2023 Royal Rumble event in January, and he actually got hurt there. And apparently he's supposed to appear in Developer Visual Concepts WWE 2K23. So, you know, they may actually have given us a reason to get the game, because you can beat up Logan Paul.
Fair enough. I did remember another YouTuber I like, SaberSpark, did a video about Logan Paul's other crypto scam.
Oh, no.
That was supposed to be an NFT cartoon called Dink Doink.
Oh no, I vaguely remember that.
Yeah, the one where, I mean, just like the art style was just blatantly just South Park. But just...
there?
Yeah, sorry, I had a bit of spit on me.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I hope it didn't spit on you.
No, you're fine.
It was just blatantly just South Park's art style. They changed it slightly when they were getting to the Elon Musk episode, where it was just they took audio clips from Elon Musk's, audio from other podcasts or whatever, and just entered that into the video and everything. And it was just nothing but glorifying Elon Musk. And
now I will say, sorry, like it might be a blatant ripoff of the South Park art style, but technically, with that art style, they're legally clear because you can't copyright a style.
I mean, okay, yes,
but that doesn't make it any less embarrassing to witness. It's like secondhand embarrassment is super strong with it.
It looks like someone trying to be South Park, but not having anything clever or interesting, or just saying interesting at all. It's just like the second episode is just purely just like, look at how hot Logan Paul is, and all these women want to be around. That is such an ego tripping. That is
such a Logan Paul thing.
It's so blatantly look, make me the most awesome guy ever. Make all the women want to surround me and swarm me and everything. Like, get over yourself, dude.
Oh my god.
You're the guy walking around in Japan with the frickin' alien head.
From Toy Story.
Yeah, I can't remember what those aliens are called, but it's just like, and I'm sure he has apologized several times for this, but it's still, I have to keep remembering this, or I have to keep reminding everybody, the dude was A-okay with making a video about, I found a dead body in this forest, Japan, and everything. It's just like, you should, I don't care how detached from reality you are, you should know better than to do something that stupid. Do something that's so plainly meant to get views, for the sake of a dead person's, remains. And everything he has done, every other kind of crypto thing he's done, has really proven he doesn't really learn anything. He doesn't really change and care, try and be better. He just keeps getting away with it, and there are those people who keep following him and keep encouraging him to do this kind of stupid crap.
Yeah.
Just
crap.
And the saddest thing is, I've been alive long enough to realize this. Logan Paul might go away at some point, but there'll be somebody even worse than him coming up. It's gonna happen. I have seen this pattern too much.
A pattern of crap.
Yep.
Crap. Snap.
Crackle pop.
Marvel Snap.
Sorry, I know you leaned to this Marvel Snap, but
that's fine.
It just
Marvel Snap.
And I'm representing here because here is a Miss Marvel shirt.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
like the little flying sloth creature. I think over here. Yeah, here he is. I can't remember his name, but he pops up a lot in the Miss Marvel comics and everything. So, yeah.
It's a very cool shirt.
I like it. Yeah, thank you.
Where'd you get it?
I think I ordered it on new Rockstar's like merch channel, because I think this is like one of the shirts they did, exclusively while the Miss Marvel show was out there. I think it might be available at Spencer's or Hot Topic. I think I'm not sure, but I'm sure you can look up Miss Marvel shirt and something like this would be popping up. But,
all right. So, do you want to take the lead on this, or?
Sure. Yeah.
And I'll give my thoughts afterwards.
Yeah, yes,
rather, I'll interrupt you while you're in the middle of saying
something. That is totally, that is on brand with this show, so...
I'm sorry, I really don't mean to. It's just, the idea pops in my head, and...
It's fine. I was probably younger, and I used to do that, and this is probably karma catching up to me.
That's exactly what it is.
So, yes, so overall, Marvel Snap is being talked about as, like, one of the best free-to-play Marvel games out there, one of the best card games out there. Getting big thumbs up from a lot of, Marvel fans and mobile game fans and everything. But who's not getting the thumbs up? It's this one Miss Marvel emote that you get at the end of each match. Because at the end of each Marvel Snap match, you can do different emotes and everything. And one of them is this really cute Kamala Khan, big thumbs up, because she can embiggen her arms and legs and everything. Her powers are kind of like Reed Richards, kind of, but I'm sure they made some kind of limits and everything. And yes, I know they changed her powers in the Miss Marvel show. Some people complained about that. I felt the way they explained it was okay, and overall I enjoyed the show. But point being, Kamala Khan, she's been around for about a decade now. She has a following, a fan base, so not too crazy for her to have some special emotes and some cards based around her. Unfortunately, there's already a small group of the Marvel Snap community that is calling for just this winking thumbs up Kamala Khan emote as a super toxic emote. And that might sound silly and ridiculous, and it still is, but there's enough people that are
this is toxic.
Yeah, this is I'm just simply, I just want to boil up into a heated rage whenever I see this stupid emo, because you got some within this within the small part of the community asking about this Kamala Khan emote, saying I hope because we see this one quote saying in terms of is this emote toxic, and one the Redditor said, I hope so, because if you see me use it, just know I'm trying to be toxic. So
I think that's the funniest response.
So there's some people that are admitting, or trying to, not trying to be toxic, but just trying to troll. I feel like that's the thing. It's you could see this as trolling, because I'm thinking of whenever we play Mario Party and they give you stickers and everything, and there's probably a couple Donkey Kong. He's probably got a couple thumbs up ones that I'm sure you or Kim or even Xander probably has told me stop using that sticker. And
we all spam stickers. That's the thing. Yeah. And I sort of understand where they're it's toxic, but at the same time it's a mountain out of a molehill type thing. It would be really interesting to see if Captain America or the Hulk did the gesture, if people would say the same thing about it without mentioning the Miss Marvel one. Because, once you mention, well, if a white character did it, nobody would give backlash. Because of this character, they would be like, oh, we would do the same thing. If it was just a blank slate and we could judge it like that, that'd be interesting.
Well, apparently a couple other emotes that are popping a lot at the end of certain matches is Deadpool with arrows in his head and just snapping Thanos. I would think the Step of Thanos might get on my nerves if people keep spamming that one. Just be
I think the reason the thumbs up annoys people is because they feel like it's condescending. They're like, "Hey, I beat you."
Yeah.
And I think that's where they're feeling the toxic. But in that case, it's more of they need to get their priorities in check.
Yeah.
And not get so upset about it. I mean, I get losing and how it sucks. I don't play online games because I lose all the time. And, I don't want to end my long day at work playing a game, not being good at it.
But this one Twitter user right
here...
Is
this the one where they said it's like a slur?
Yes!
That's the funniest, unironic one.
Oh my god. It's just, like, it's stuff like that. And like this other Twitter user is like, as someone who makes emotes in a competitive game, every emote is toxic. Yeah. Anything kind is read sarcastically. The nature of the beast is fascinating, really. So that's what I feel like that's explained. You could turn anything toxic, honestly. The internet is infamous for making innocent, average stuff into weirdly, like, you know, phallic or suggestive, or makes a kind of weird innuendo based around something that really isn't there.
I mean, you know, even the stickers in Mario Party, going off what you were saying earlier, can be viewed as toxic, because you could be like, good job, and somebody takes it as sarcastic. Mario Party in general can be toxic. You've seen Kim play it.
Yeah, I've seen Kim it, and the one time we had Xander play it with our little thing, oh man,
Kim is worse because she's not Xander. Xander I sort of expect it from, because he's, you know, he's Xander, he's a kid. Not to badmouth Kim. Kim is a perfectly capable adult.
I like gaming with Kim.
She gets heated when it comes to Mario Party. There's a reason we always played on teams. And there's a reason I wish they had teams and superstars. Anyway, let's move on.
Yeah, this one was just like a weird story. And also, you know, because I'm a big Marvel nerd-ish simp, I always want to talk at least something Marvel related.
I love Marvel.
You too.
You know what else I love?
What?
Mario Party. Mario Party's pretty fun.
Yeah.
Mario Kart is a close second.
Yeah, I'd say we all have fun. I think, like, even people who aren't big gamers will usually pick either Mario Party or Mario Kart to...
Mario Kart's always a guaranteed people will play in our friend group. Mario Party, Xander doesn't like it. He's smart. He doesn't like it, and it makes him angry. He gets loud. He's like, I'm not going to play it. You know. That's smart. That's responsible.
Hey, you know what? I didn't see it that way at first, but now you make it good.
You know, like when he gets frustrated at school...
he just doesn't go to school.
No. If they're instigating, because a lot of kids will instigate due to him being special needs, he will go either to the library to chill down or to the principal's office. He will walk there by himself because he doesn't want to, you know, escalate it.
That is really good.
And, you know, it used to be he would run out of the classroom years ago. He was a runner. We had to have an ankle bracelet on him. But nowadays, he has grown so much, and I am so proud of him. I'm going to start crying.
I mean,
Mario Kart. Sorry, it's just the changes that have come through in how he's grown is amazing.
I can't say that my niece Misty's the same way. It's going through the same thing that she. Well, obviously she's a grown woman. And she has a kid now, but I can imagine like me being in middle school and my niece Misty going through the same thing that Xander was going through. And yeah, seeing how she is now, how she's happily married and she has a kid now, it's just I can't help but be super proud of Misty and all she's accomplished. So yeah, we're both like one brother and one uncle, just super happy with how things are going. What is this?
Oh! Joey test. Alright.
I'm laughing because it took me a minute to fully process, like, what am I reading right now?
Alright.
What does that mean?
So, Mario Kart. Universal Studios.
New menu heroes, new memes, not for young audiences anymore.
No, we still try to keep it, we're not going to do anything lewd.
Like, yet, anyway.
No, we're not doing it, period. Ruin reputations and stuff. Yeah. Also, as long as we don't get restrictions, it's all good.
Yeah.
So, Universal is opening Nintendo World, Super Nintendo World. My bad.
Yeah. A lot of Universal horror attractions were shut down, but hey, we get Nintendo World, right? Right?
Wow.
I'm sorry.
I don't want to talk about this story now.
I know,
no. Me the whole time.
No, look. The idea of a theme park based around Nintendo sounds awesome. It just
Nintendo Land.
As a avid movie fan and horror monster movie fan,
it hurts.
It does hurt that was sacrificed in order that was torn down just to build Nintendo.
I didn't know it had been torn down.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's where Nintendo World is right now. It is standing on the corpse of the Universal Monster lots.
Well, and that's a shame because so far I've heard mixed reactions. Overall, it's been positive, but aesthetically it's wonderful. But as you'll see in this instance, people are not exactly happy because the only ride that Universal has for Super Nintendo World is the Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge.
I would be mad too, from what I'm reading of the story.
So, in order to actually fit in the ride, you have to have a waistline of 40 or 39 or less.
Steven, does this look like 40 to you?
Don't worry.
Does this look... I can barely fit in 44s, okay?
Actually,
I don't like that fact, but that's the truth.
I don't know what I wear. I haven't checked.
Yeah. Well, of course I've had to, because I've had to, buy new pants. Yeah, I'm not fitting 42s. If you can forget 40s.
So, the single-user ride is billed as a 3D and 4D ride where you try to stop Bowser's plans to grab the golden cup before Mario can. But the weight restrictions or requirements that have been posted online is that guests whose waistline is at least 40 inches or greater may not be accommodated on the ride. The average waist circumference in the US is just about 40 inches, so it does exclude a lot of people. Let's keep in mind, though, that they have to balance safety, space, and customers. But I feel like they could have squeezed a couple more inches.
See, the thing is, I was first thinking this was like the Japanese, measurements and planning. I thought this was what this originally was, and this was, still thinking only just, Japanese standards and everything. That's why I thought that, they were doing that for this, because, they didn't want to change anything different from what they're doing over Japan. But no, this was what the US said was okay. They were found that, and that confused me because Americans should know better than anybody how big we can get. And yet we constantly fat shame ourselves. And that's the truth.
Yeah, I agree. The fat shaming should go down. And this isn't even a unique thing. A lot of people have said, a 40-inch waist is a common size for many body types. And there's at least 4 other Universal Studio rides, including Harry Potter and Revenge of the Mummy, the ride, that have that 40-inch limit. Now, there is a test seat where you can try it, but people don't like it because it's kind of embarrassing, and the actual ride seats give more slack than the test does. At least from what I'm reading.
Yeah.
I've never been to Universal. I've only been to Disney World and Disneyland. Yeah. Multiple times to Disneyland. I got in free once because my grandpa knew someone.
Okay.
I no idea who he knew, but this is the same man who travels the world and is retired and goes on cruises all the time. And it's whoa, that's cool.
Nice.
He's also the only person on my paternal side of my family I keep in contact with.
Alrighty. And the funny thing was, with considering how so many things are getting expensive over at Disney World, I was considering, maybe not this year, but sometime next year, to go over to Universal, Studios and try some of their rides and everything. I don't know if they still have some Marvel segments. I don't know if they still keep them around or anything. But there is a nice variety of different themes and attractions there, other than Harry Potter.
Other than Harry, but that's the key word.
Well, I mean, the saddest part is I did heard a lot of great things about that attraction and those rides, at least those places in the Hogwarts section. That when I was younger, or at least 10 years ago, I thought would be awesome, it'd be cool to go down there. And they're not getting my money. They're not getting my money anytime soon.
Amen. And I accidentally closed Discord, so give me a moment. So we're talking about how they're not going to get our money. Things are getting expensive. You know what I love, but is so freaking expensive? Legos.
Ooh.
They're so expensive.
They are, but...
they're so cool, but they're so expensive.
They are, and it's like, I do have a habit of, like, even though I'm a full-grown adult, I do end up looking at the toy aisles in both Walmart and Target, seeing what kind of stuff they got, and I'll go to the Lego section, and there's some beautiful displays.
I want to get the bonsai tree. It's so cute, and the blossoms are frogs.
Oh,
they're
nice.
little pink frogs.
That is wonderful.
It's adorable.
Oh my god. I was about to say, like, man, them Avengers Lego sets, those Batman Lego sets, they're pretty cool. Like, no, you're going for art, dude. That is
the
awesome.
Batmobile one is pretty cool. Like the big kit. There was also the Adam West Batman cowl.
I've been watching some of the old Adam West Batman stuff.
You can see the Infinity Gauntlet up there.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
So those Lego kits are very impressive and very cool, but very expensive. That one cost $80.
And yet, surprisingly, the one I'm the least impressed with is the Super Mario ones, because
they're neat, but I'm not super impressed with them. Except for the giant Super Mario 64 block and the giant Bowser that I will never be able to afford or reasonably justify in my lifetime.
Fair enough, but it's just still weird that... Well, obviously you can do different things with Lego sets and everything, but why is there no minifigs of Mario, Luigi,
they're just
Daisy?
These like giant playable things. It's because they were going for a, different play style, which is commendable, but
I don't
give
mind.
us regular minifigs.
I was about to say, yes, I don't mind that, but you have minifigs of nearly every single fictional character out there. Like, why not Mario and Luigi and those guys?
We might have some more coming on the way.
Alright.
Because recently somebody leaked a Zelda set, a Zelda-themed Lego set.
Yes.
Now, because it's a leak, we don't know if it's actually legitimate. I've seen the pictures. It's got this giant Lego watermark on it, but that could easily be photoshopped.
I know, but this is the one I want to believe. This is the one I hope is real.
So it's supposed to, one of them is this Legend of Zelda Deku playset. And do you want to go through that since it's
the Great Deku Tree will be 2 sets in one, letting fans choose either the Ocarina of Time appearance or how it looks in Breath of the Wild, which I think is brilliant.
Yeah, that's very cool. I love it when Lego does stuff like that.
Obviously Breath of the Wild is like the popular one. It's the one even like I don't want to sound like, the casuals, they love that Breath of the Wild, but no, it's the one that has the mass appeal. It's the one that's getting new people involved in Legend of Zelda.
And with Tears of the Kingdom less than 100 days away.
Yeah. I do understand them wanting to make if they're going to do Lego sets of Zelda, they want to focus on Breath of the Wild, but also, let's not forget the past. And Ocarina of Time is all about not forgetting about the past and the importance of the past.
Yeah. It's like a link to the past.
Exactly. Oh, that'd be another good set. I'd love to get my hands
That would be a good set. But what hurts me the most is the set is supposedly going to include 1,920 pieces, which isn't bad, and will retail for somewhere between $200 and $325. And
I want to quote Thanos so much here with like the greatest sacrifices require the strongest wills. It's just like, there's probably better things I should be doing with that money, considering I'm not financially in the best shape.
It's so cool.
Oh god, if this is even true.
This is the Lego Bowser I was talking about.
Oh my, and the mouth moves too. Oh my god.
And now you know why I want it.
Oh my!
Because it's amazing. It was $270.
Oh my god!
I know.
That's hey, it looks like it was built well.
Yeah. Shut up. So.
Even Buster wants it too.
Yeah. So Zelda Legos.
Give me a Bowser. Give me.
Lego Bowser fudge. Lego Legend of Zelda might be coming, and like you said, it's always good to have a link to the past.
Yes.
Especially when that link to the past has been reverse engineered, fully ported to the PC.
Man, you emulators, you are Sometimes you're doing God's
and
work.
This is cool because it's not just emulating the game. They've reverse engineered they haven't reverse engineered. They reverse engineered the source code for Link to the Past because they don't have access to the actual source code.
Yeah.
And they've made a port for the PC, so it can be built from the ground up, and it's just very cool. I mean, unlike the Super Mario 64 port in the Ocarina of Time. Did I say that right?
You said Ocarina. It's Ocarina.
Ocarina of Time. I'm sorry. You don't hear it a lot, so.
I'm just looking at the video right now. Like.
That's nice.
Oh yeah. We were just joking about the past playset. I mean, this would be so fun, so cool if this was an actual playset.
But yeah, unlike those two N64 ports, those were based off of leaked source code. So ethically, it's kind of
I know,
but that doesn't stop me from playing them.
It's just like
it's a neat thing to look at because it just doesn't happen a whole lot. Like Doom released its source code hilariously after the 3DO version paid so much for the source code and then failed so bad. Shiny and I have been watching videos about that.
Oh man.
Props to her though. Props to Becky.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so another PC port under your belt. It's very cool. I love stuff like that. You know what else I love? I love Resident Evil.
Me too, man.
And I'm really excited for the Resident Evil 4 remake because I loved 2. 3 was okay, but they changed a lot and they cut a lot and they really shouldn't have. And I think I'm hoping they've learned from that because it seems like Resident Evil 4's remake is going to be a lot more faithful. They're not going to cut stuff. It's more of an enhancement and improvement. The controls are going to be better, hopefully.
Yeah. And that is still one of my favorite Resident Evil games. I know he's got other favorites out there, but hey, different strokes for different folks.
It's a good game. I personally think Resident Evil 2 is one of the best out of this series.
And you're not alone. You're not alone on that.
But, so this remake is coming out March 24th of this year. So that's exciting. We recently got some gameplay footage, and one of the things that stood out to many people is the rain. The rain effects, and I gotta admit, they look rough.
I'm staring at the GIF right now, and it's just, it's not on the level of the GTA remake. Like, that was just, there is no blending, there is just, this feels alien. This feels like it's just breaking the world. Like, this is not on that level, but like, this needs some work, guys. Sure you don't want to wait a bit?
But let's remember that is so far the only real complaint we've had graphically is the rain. And that's something that can be fixed fairly easy before they, push it out to the public.
I quote the Milli Vanilli song, but I barely remember it, like most of the world has.
Who's Milli Vanilli?
I don't want to get into it.
I'm just kidding. I know who they are.
Yeah.
But yeah.
They won a Grammy. They won a Grammy.
Oh my god.
Hey, you can all too win a Grammy if we live in the world where Milli Vanilli can just
win a Grammy. So yeah. Hopefully that gets changed by the time it comes out. Resident Evil is actually a series I plan on playing with Shiny on Shining Kitten Games. Yeah. Or gaming, rather. So I'll drop a link to that in the description and follow along.
Nice. And, granted, like, I know we briefly talked about this before, about, like, my potential, and not guarantee, but a potential, video channel for me. And that also you can come along too.
Yeah, we can have a network of affiliated channels. But yeah, so thank you for watching.
Yes.
And thank you for dealing with all of our tangents. And until next time, stay cool.
I mean, we're live, we're free, we're in the moment. We are the moment.
The mouse died.
That was something I did on a really good note.